What's up, Rad Potential YouTube? Welcome to today's video. We're getting ready to head to Deals Gap. We got an RX8 and a Cosmo behind me, and I'm going to try to spin one of them out. We got our banana peel. We're going full Mario on these guys. So let's get driving. Lil Stu is doing great. I had to fix the other arm last night. The bushings ate themselves alive, so we took the fresh one out of my other car, put it on this, and I'm excited because we're going to unveil this thing to my buddy DJ here in a little bit. He's going to get to see it for the first time when we get up to the gas station where we're meeting. So it should be a good amount of cars cruising with us. I don't really know what all is going to be in this video, but I'm excited that you guys are here watching and get amped to just experience some of what Deals Gap is. Let's go. Hey DJ, I built you a car. Looks good, don't it?
Holy, the Steelies are on it.
Yeah, we were joking about the Steelies. We were putting them on the whole time. Well, here's your bent keys. But they work for everything but the trunk. I didn't have a trunk key cylinder, so the pop works. Yep.
Wow, dude. Holy shit.
As far as everything you see now, though, you need to thank Calvin because I had little to no part in the paint. But mechanically, it's good. It'll run 95.
I saw the picture you put my speed jack down. Holy crap, man.
It's a real good car. It smokes a little on cold start.
Dude.
And it has a tiny fuel leak, but Charles said he would fix it. I don't work on Nicky carbs. It's just like a little seep.
Okay.
But it's not dripping or anything.
Dude. Dude, holy shit.
It turned out good.
What's up, Charles?
How much?
How are you this morning?
You been inside?
Inside here?
Yeah.
No.
They changed it up.
I mean, I've never met you guys here. Every time I've went to Deals Gap with y'all, we've left from Indiana or somewhere else.
That's right.
We've never went to here before. Yeah. So I was texting you like, what gas station we go to? You know, I don't know. I've never been here.
We either had car troubles or
Yeah.
It's all set up.
somewhere else.
Oh yeah, let's not be in front of the camera.
Yeah. I didn't see any cars coming. I think you get clear.
Lost all my change. cop. Oh, I wrote that guy up. They pulled him over. Giving the guy in the Lexus wagon a ticket. That guy was probably at the front of that guys that left. Remember, they were down there talking to us? So we pulled in there. Dad was like, I need to get out. I was like, okay, do what you gotta do. Don't do it in the car, please. It's only day 2 of the trip. I gotta go to Indiana. It's probably gonna be a solid 45 minutes where they get that wreck cleaned up. Because it's gonna take them probably, oh shoot, that's a big old truck.
Oh man.
And we came off just at the right time. Heck yeah, I'm glad you got to experience that.
Thank you.
I drive a little harder than that on the track, but it's still a good feeling out the speed. Is there a bunch of RX8's up here? Oh yeah, there is. Dope. What's up guys, welcome to Deals Gap 2022. We're on the side of the road, working on the car. See, this is my vacation, so this is where all my friends work on stuff, and I just supervise most of the time. Little Stu's been doing great, made it all the way here. We just shredded the RX8 at the track at the Deals Gap on the Dragon for a bunch of times, tried to burn the brakes in. And the FD, the heater core, of all things, exploded. So Keith and Richard are fixing it. And check this out. There's coolant just coming out of every orifice in here. I've never seen this really happen this bad. My silver car did that way back in the day. It was leaking when I bought it. But it's coming together. And the Cardinal Coffee, this lovely lady here, brought a hose out for us so we could fill it up with water. So shout out Cardinal Coffee on what are we on, Highway 19, Highway 28 for helping us fix this thing. Calvin ripped the Cosmo on the Dragon. Lots of smiles per gallon. Didn't quite... He got on the sidewall pretty good. Especially on the front. You're halfway down your sidewall tread there.
Hey man, you gotta use them. You gotta use them.
Heck yeah. The Charles truck looking sick as ever. Doing the thing. So we're gonna get this fixed and continue. We'll be over at the Fontana Dam cruise, talking to people about cars and stuff. Deals Gap 2022 was an epic time. I'm stoked for all the guys I got to chat with at the show, at the Fontana Dam shoot. I apologize I didn't make it out to the car show on Saturday, but I had to rip out to go to one of my fraternity brothers' weddings on Saturday, and I had to drive halfway across the East Coast in the RX8. A little bit of a recap, though, while I was gone, or not at Deals Gap, and we were back here at the ranch, what happened in between there. So, Little Stu made it all the way to Florida. Little Stu also got third place in the first-gen section of the car show. Charles got second place in the turbo rotary truck. And if you didn't see the blue rotary truck that we built a couple years ago, this is its first appearance at the Gap with all the COVID stuff and this, that, and the other, we didn't go. So that truck made it out there, made it back, epic, turned a lot of heads, and I'm stoked. The RX8 made it all the way home, but not without some issues. We're going to go ahead and rip the Dragon right now on my way out from North Carolina to Indiana. One last time, fully loaded RX8, shredding the Dragon. We made it, but not without some issues. So get excited to, you know we made it. Let's just say you're going to see some issues that I had. All right, guys, we're getting ready to head down the Dragon. And hopefully the wind noise, the sound isn't too gnarly. I think we'll probably put the windows up here in a second. So let's just do it now. So if you've never driven the Dragon, you've never been here, you've never driven an RX8 aggressively, we're not about, in this section of the video, to go full rip because we're headed home to a wedding. I got my bike, cooler, tools, the car is loaded down. And if you just caught the beginning of that clip, the car shut off right there at the Killboy thing. We were backing in to get the cameras and stuff set up, and I put it in reverse and it killed the car. Now I didn't stall the car, but it killed the car, and then I didn't have power, and it actually blew the ignition key fuse. So I've never had that happen before. We were just talking, I think we shorted out a wire to the reverse lights, and when it hit that, it shorted that, which then popped the ignition fuse or something weird. So we robbed a fuse from the cigarette lighter, so I don't have my oil temperature gauge right now, which is fine, but you never know with these new modern cars, all the weird wiring stuff. If it was a 79 RX7, we could have fixed that in 2 seconds flat with a screwdriver. We'd have been good. But the purpose of this video, this part of the video, is just wanted to, as we're driving the Dragon, kind of talk you through a few of the things that I like about the RX8 and why it's perfect for this style of driving and this build. And maybe not so much what I'm going to turn this car into as far as like a full track car, but the RX8 as a aggressive driving, comfortable street car. So rolling in behind some motorcycles here, I'd like to talk over some actual fast driving, so hopefully we can get these guys to pull off for us. Folding his pegs up. Getting rowdy, boys, when the Goldwing in front of us folding his pegs up. Let's hear this V6 sing. Alright, so while we're waiting for motorcycles to get out of the way, this is my buddy Keith, dirt track guy, rat rod guy, fabricator guy. Met him through some people in college, good friends, lives in my hometown. He came out here to just experience the Rotary world, and we might have him convinced to put some TE37s on his 51 Ford with a rotary engine in it.
Gonna happen.
So get amped for those builds on the channel as well. If you're interested in weird stuff, we're gonna put that thing together. The RX8 has a balanced street car, right? Don't expect your RX8 to be fast in a straight line, because they are definitely not. They're very, very, very slow. But on a tight, twisty road like this, the whole goal of your driving is to just be smooth and control the weight of the car. And an RX8, even in stock form, will really teach you momentum driving, car control, making sure that you're braking, you're turning, and everything. All those interactions with the car are happening smoothly, because with a slow car, if you mess one of those up, you lose a ton of time, and you're going to be far behind your buddies in their 350Cs or BMWs, because I'm floored right now and we could do our taxes. So like, this thing is not a fast car, and if you want one that is fast in a straight line, you could build one to be fast, but it kind of takes away from the ambiance of the RX8, right? Which is this nimble, fun to just floor it in the middle of a corner and not spin out car. Now, we'll move on to what I've done to this car to improve it, but not necessarily take away from its street ability. So my car, 04 RX8, the rear interior, removed all of it. Took about 100 pounds off the back of the car, and that helped make the rear a little more tail happy. It brought it more to like 53% front bias and weight, and that helps you just kind of learn how to drive a car that oversteers, because understeery cars are just not that fun. And this car, in factory trim, will understeer. Now, as far as performance upgrades, I went ahead and we've got Tyne lowering springs, Bilstein shocks, Hawk
HP Plus front pads, Hawk HP Street rear pads, which we'll get into in a second. And then it has 245, 40, 17s, Falcon RT 660s all the way around, which is a 200 treadwear tire. And a good tire wakes up any car. Your first upgrades, if you're wanting to drive on the track, do anything, don't buy coilovers, don't do horsepower stuff, get good tires and get good brakes, because that's the parts that interact with the ground and you need those to work well, and you need to be very confident in your brakes. We'll do some little ripping through here for the guy with the camera. Thing loves the RPM. As far as horsepower upgrades, you hear the loud exhaust, and that's all it is a loud exhaust. Stock coils, stock everything else, and it makes probably 151 wheel horsepower. Like I said, this thing's a tax machine even on the track. But all of those upgrades do not take away from this car's ability to be a good commuter car. You can drive this thing to work minus the bad gas mileage, and you can have it as your one car to kind of do everything. You know, we drove it 4.5 hours here. We're getting ready to drive it 7 hours to Indiana with the AC on, the windows up, and if my radio wasn't like all jacked up, we'd have good tunes, because this thing's got Bose. So it's a great old car, and it's a great car to learn how to drive in. So you're going to see us progress this car this year on the track and try to shave time out of it. And we've already shaved a bunch of time. We're currently faster than my Corvette at Corvette Museum, and that's largely just to those sticky tires. So Keith, this is his first time out here. This is, I think, his first time in the RX8 on the Dragon, and albeit we're not ripping, he's ridden with me in this car when we're like pretty much full rip. And he got to ride in Calvin's RX5. So we talked last night, and he enjoyed that. And driving those old cars is just super fun. It's a big smiling experience. So I want him to kind of just like talk a little bit about, now that he's been on this road in this car, just a little bit, and feel how grippy it is. What are your thoughts?
It definitely grips a lot better than Calvin's car. It's a completely different driving experience, but you've also got this car as like a track car. Like that's your whole plan for this car. So the performance of it is pretty crazy on how you can just stick it in the corner. It grabs.
Yeah. And two, it's like, it's a precise driving experience, whereas like in the Cosmo or in any other, like a first gen or something, you know, you get out here and it's a what do I want to say, like a very viscerally fun, dude, this guy's getting it on this motorcycle in front of us. He is dragging them tailpipes on the ground using all that rear tire. But those older cars on a skinnier tire and a whatever, they're just super fun to let the tires squeal, you know, and let them drive, let them float, let them rip, you know, whereas like this car, you can be, you know, Mario Andretti out here. You can stick this thing in the corner and it grips and try to really go quick. And it's a super good car, guys. It's not, you know, the best at really everything, but it's really good at a lot of things. And everyone discounts the RX8s because they're slow. But you just got to put them in the right place. You know, an elephant can't climb a tree. So telling an RX8 to go down a drag strip, you know, you're gonna run a 25-second pass. Sorry, you might as well push it because it's gonna be slow. But we're gonna keep ripping, and we'll check in with you guys here when we get back towards the end, or if I have any other random thoughts along the way. But these cars are really good. I'm just saying, if the car's still running and it didn't shut off again, we just won't put it in reverse for the duration of the trip.
Yeah, anytime we go back up, I'll get out and push. I mean, homeboy's getting down.
We got a Corvette behind us too.
We got a Corvette behind us?
Yeah, just went over the yellow line really far. Idiots. Come on, my guy. Level pull off. A good wave.
Ripping it. About to leave the C7 behind.
Probably.
There's two of them back there.
I love Evos, dude. I want one so bad. It's not a dream car, but like I'm gonna own one for a couple years at least.
It's like if you can have one, you're gonna have one. The guy behind us is like, what the?
Oh, he's gone, dude.
Oh, he's back there. The gray one's going. He could the red one's behind.
Me and my little green go-kart.
Little 5,000 road car not running. It's 60,000
As soon as they hear those pops, though, they know this guy doesn't around. Come on, dude. Oh, it's a 2-up, boy.
Oh, hell yeah.
This corner's super fun. I love the
Yeah.
little jump. Oh boy. Oh, trailer. Dude, honestly, it's not driving too bad for having 150 pounds of shit in the back of it.
We losing?
Oh, yeah, he gone. Wouldn't be an RX8 if we didn't have all the engine lights on. I got DSC flashing at me, traction controls on, every single light's on after that ECU reset. Whew. Shoo, buddy. Alright guys, so that's the tail of the Dragon right there, with the RX8 full of stuff, 2 dudes in it on super grippy tires. So if you got any questions about the car, any questions about the Dragon, comments on the video, definitely leave them below. Do my best to answer them. If you want to learn more about these rotary engines, you want to learn how to build these engines, say you're looking at buying an RX8, it's got a blown up engine, go check out the other videos on the channel. I've got videos detailing how to build them, how to clear its side seals, everything. So, and if I don't have a video on it, comment on a video what video you need, and I'll make the video for you. So with that guys, thanks Keith for riding along. We'll see you guys in the next one. Keep it red. Man, I love Porsche guys, because they drive the snot out of their new Porsches, and it is so cool to see a dude in cargos and white Reeboks and a polo get out of his Porsche after he just spanked you on the Dragon. Peace, guys. Alright guys, we're back in the shop. Called this the video after the video, wherever this fits in. The car developed a new weird thing. It shuts off when you put it in reverse. I think when I was loading my stuff in the back of the car, I shorted out one of the reverse light wires because it blows the ignition key fuse. It's a 15 amp fuse up in the front. I'll show it to you here in a second, but watch this. Car's running fine, right? Got the clutch in, push down, go over. Guys. So I can show you that it blew that fuse, which is what it's been doing all the way home. So when I went to, one of the reasons I had to leave Deals Gap Rotary Rally a little bit early is because one of my fraternity brothers got married on Saturday. So I road tripped Saturday morning across the eastern half of the United States, back up to Middle Indiana so I could go to that wedding, and I discovered that along the way. So basically I couldn't put it in reverse the whole way because it keeps blowing this fuse. It's this one right here, which is a 20 amp in it now just because the spare fuse kit I had ran out of 15s, but it's ignition key. Once you replace that, you're good to go. Like the car still has headlights, still has full power right now. It's a real interesting deal. So, we're back at the Rad Ranch. It's the end of this video. I want to thank everybody that I was able to talk to at Deals Gap Rotary Rally, all the fans of the channel, the guys that learn from the videos, the guys that watch the videos. Awesome to meet you guys. Wish I could have been there for the whole car show stuff on Saturday, but it is what it is. There'll be another Deals Gap. There won't be another one of my friends' weddings. So, had to make that. The RX8 performed mostly flawlessly. I do not give this car any mechanical sympathy, so I treat this car pretty poorly as far as like driving it, because I drive it really hard. I did have a small fuel leak from one of the injector O-rings. My frontmost secondary injector is like wet at the top. It's not dripping, but you can smell a little bit of fuel. So I had my fire extinguisher handy, and we get to fix that in the next video, going over the car, stuff we broke, and then also prepping this thing for the next track day. So with that, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate all the support. I hope you enjoyed my rendition of Going to the Tail of the Dragon, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.